Hey everybody, I'm Debbie Belaus with Feel Good Qigong, and I teach an energy-based practice. That's what Qigong is. It is energy cultivation, and I work seasonally with each season. There's 5 seasons in the practice of Qigong. We break up the season of summer to early summer and late summer because it's a long stretch of a season. So we're still in the early summer. We're in about the 4th week of it, and the 2 major organs that we focus on, and every season has an organ, is the heart and small intestine. So the heart is center stage for this time of year. And the most important thing that you want to be careful of with this time of year, the weather's starting to get warmer. And what happens is the heat rises. It's a natural thing. Heat rises, water falls. When we have that in our body happening, too much heat in the upper body can be very dangerous, especially for your heart. So this practice is about cooling down the system, cooling down the body through breathing techniques, through movement, also through mindfulness practice, keeping that stress level down as much as you can. I just want to show you a few things that you can practice. Now, since the heart and the small intestines are the 2 organs we're working with, the meridian lines of them begin and end at the pinky finger. We also work with a pericardium and also triple warmer, which I will get into at another time, but their points are also at the fingers. And then we have the other 2 fingers are lung and large intestine. So there's a lot of energy coming through these fingers, especially this time of year. So a lot of the movements that we're going to do, I do seasonal movement, a lot of movements that we're going to do is opening up those lines with certain kind of movements, opening up the lines in the arms, because all of those the meridian lines also begin and end in the arms. Some of the other meridians begin at the head, end at the foot, or start at the foot and end at the head. So it's kind of like a whole meridian line in the body. But for these particular 2, it's all in the arms. So we're going to be focused on stretching out the arms, getting some energy through. Let's start right off with getting the chi to arrive. So this is the quickest way you can get the chi to arrive. It's called shaking the 9 gates. And the 9 gates are your major joints in your body: your ankles, your knees, your hips, your wrists, your elbows, your shoulders, and your neck. Now, we also use this to start circulating our body, getting that circulation going. It's a really quick thing you can do to get circulation going. As you're doing this, as you're jumping up and down a little bit, you can jump up and down in your heels if you want to get a little extra boost for your kidneys and also for your lymph nodes. Now, we have 3 hearts in the practice of Qigong. We have our calf muscles, our digestive system, and the heart. They're all your pumping stations. The calf muscles pump blood up into the next pumping station, which is your digestive system. The stomach's also pumping to break down food, and then it propels its way up into the heart, which again is your emperor pumping station. So think of yourself as 3 hearts, not just the 1 heart. We want to get the circulation moving. It's very, very important to have your circulation, your circulatory system working at its optimal level, because that's what moves your blood, and that's what moves your oxygen and gets rid of your toxins. So real important. This is a quick way to get the chi to arrive. This is called shaking the 9 gates. Again, you can do this sitting. If you're suffering from any kind of knee problem or hip and you can't stand, you can also do this sitting. It's nice to have a chair nearby. You never know if you need it for a little extra support. So I always keep a couple of chairs near me. So shaking the 9 gates. Let's get that chi to arrive. And then we'll go right into the protocol movement for the early summer. And then stop. Hopefully you feel some tingling. That's an indication the chi is arriving. Now we're going to take our hands and first let's just move. This is called throwing the ball. We're just going to swing our arms forward and back. Again, this is another way of getting the chi to arrive, especially to the fingers, the heart meridian, and small intestine meridian. Now you're going to add a little moving forward and back with the feet. This is called standing on a boat. You're moving forward on the ball mount, shift into the heels as you shift back. So we're again getting circulation by just simply, it's called standing on a boat. Now, as we're swinging our arms, we're we're getting some circulation. And then the next time you come up, you flick your fingers, flick your fingers, flick the fingers, getting that chi to arrive to your meridian lines, to the heart meridian, small intestine meridian, pericardium, and triple warmer. Those other two I'll explain at another time. But for now, know that we're activating our chi, we're activating our meridian lines for the heart, we're getting circulation to the body, quick way to get circulation to your body. And we're starting the process of this early summer protocol. You know, summer's such a wonderful time of year. It's very active. So the cue that we receive from this season is to, add a little bit more muscle mass to the body. It's a great time because your muscles are warmer. In the spring, we were working on stretches, stretching our ligaments, stretching our tendons, because we were getting ready for the warmer months of the summer. So then we can add some muscle load to the body. Muscle mass is really important. The muscle mass also gives you that extra protein that you're going to need for the colder months to come. So following the season's cues is just a great natural path to follow. The movements change every season as well. So we're just activating those meridian lines of the heart and the small intestines, and then release. Do you feel the chi has arrived? Let's start with some of our stretching of the arms. We're going to interlace our fingers and press your palms down. Now you can drop your head forward, your chin to your chest. You feel a nice stretch in the back of the shoulders down to the fingers. Now come up, switch the fingers so your palms are facing up. Another great stretch for the fingers and for the arms. Now you're going to push the palms away from you. As you're doing this, you can round your spine, tuck your chin in, tuck your tailbone in. Again, getting a great stretch from the neck through the palms of the hands. Now slowly come up, come onto your toes, drop your heels, and then lean over to one side. Again, we're stretching these ligaments and tendons, and also we're stretching all those meridian lines in the arms and the fingers, awakening our chi, our heart chi, and our small intestine chi. Let's do this again. Drop the chin, switch up the palms so they're facing up, push the palms of the hands away from you, round the spine, slowly come up onto the toes, release the heels, over to one side. I love this stretch. Over to the other side, up onto the toes, over to the other side, and then slowly float the arms down. Now we're going to do another stretch for the arms. This is called hawk is sitting on a rock. Eagle sits on a rock. So we lift the arms up onto the toes once again. Drop the heels, and then you bring your arms out to the side. Now we're going to really stretch out through the fingertips. Again, getting that meridian lines of the heart and the small intestine to start opening up and awakening. Now we're going to lift the palms up. You lean back into a little bit of a back bend, and then you round forward, and you round the arms forward as well, and the hands. We'll do a couple of these, inhaling and exhaling. And then inhaling all the way up once again onto the toes, palms of the hands come together, and we come down, bend the knees a little bit, more of a flat back here. You're going to press one palm away, press the other palm away, and then we make, it's called crane's beak. So you take your four fingers and you make you bring them all together. This is called crane's beak. Then you bring the crane's beak together, you round the spine again. And then you inhale, push the palms of the hands away. You want your arms about shoulder height. Crane's beak, bring it in, push it out, and then come back to center. And we start it again. So we inhale, come up onto the toes, release the heels, arms out to the side, really stretch through your fingers. Inhale, open up the heart, the chest. Exhale, you round. Inhale and round. And then one more time. Inhale, this time all the way up again, onto the toes, palms of the hands come together, bending those knees, press one palm away, the other palm away. And again, you want, look at your hands and you want them to be fingers facing the ground, the earth. Then crane's beak, bring them in, round the spine, and push the palms of the hands away again. Crane's beak, round the spine, and then push, and then slowly come up One more big stretch here, and then we release. I'm going to shut this fan off because I'm getting, so I can see the twirling in the video. Sorry about that. Okay, so we stretch this whole area out. Now we can add a little muscle load on. And then we're going to do this without weights. It's more of isometric movement. You can use hand weights for this. If you don't have any weights, you can use a little can, like a 1 pound can of something. Make sure they're even with each other. But this is how we're going to do it. We inhale and spread the fingers away, and then you curl the fingers in, and then you inhale as you're like pulling up a bungee cord. Then release the hands again. Open them up. As you exhale, you soften the knees, bring it like you're bringing the bungee cords in. Then release overhead, make fists with the hands, and then this is called a kick out. You kick it out for your triceps. I'll show you the side view. So you inhale, bring them up, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale, kick it out. So the body's getting a light load on them, the muscles, the bones. You want to, if this is your first time doing any kind of muscle training, you want to do it slowly and work your way up to heavier weights, but really want to take your time with this. You don't want to pull anything, especially if you haven't been stretching in the springtime. Prepare your body for this by stretching the ligaments and the tendons so they're warmed up and pliable to add some more weight to them. So this is a good time to start a weight-bearing exercise of your own. But I like doing this one because you're not putting any strain on your muscles, and your body's starting to get used to some of this extra calisthenic movement. And you can keep doing that for quite some time, just activating some of that muscle mass, and then release. Let's activate our chi again in our hands, because this is where we're going to start manipulating our energy. It's your inner thermostat. So in the summer, because it's extra heat, we tend to get heat rises, and the water falls. So what happens is in our body, we get a lot of heat in the upper body, and we have too much fluid in the lower body. And this will show up as swollen ankles, swollen legs. That's a good indication that you need to flip that thermostat. We need to get this heat out of the upper body, out of that heart, and get the heat out of the upper body, and you bring it down below as we cool off the upper body, cooling off your head, cooling off your heart. A lot of heart attacks happen in the heat, in the hot weather, in the summer especially. And that's because we're so heated up and the heart is taking too much of a pound from that heat. We want to keep the coolness in the upper body. My last video showed you a couple of breathing techniques that you can do. You might want to just check that one out to help you get that heat out. Now, one real quick one, a quick way of getting heat out of the upper body, if you're feeling overheated, is you're just simply using the sound ah. Ah is the healing sound for the heart. And it's bringing some of that heat. It's cooling off your system. You're bringing that energy down out of the heart, very slowly massaging your chest, just using the sound of ah, ah, and that'll start getting you cooled down. But let's activate our chi in our hands. Rubbing the hands together, rubbing your knuckles together, and then the fingernails together. And then you should feel some energy in the palms. If you don't, that's okay. It'll arrive as you practice this more. Now we're going to create a little bit of chi ball. And we inhale as we spread the chi ball. We make the chi ball a little bit bigger. As you exhale, shift into those heels, compress that chi ball. So we're getting the chi to arrive. Inhaling, come on the ball mounts of the feet. As you exhale, you shift into the heels and compress. So we're bringing some energy here to this ball. Now we're going to take this ball, this energy ball, and imagine it's a cool blue light. And we're taking this energy ball and we're coming and we're lifting up this cool blue water-like feeling. And then we're bringing this cooling down the upper part of our body, cooling it down as you take the heat out of the upper body and pull it down into the lower extremities. Inhaling again, cool blue light coming over the head, cooling your brain, cooling your throat and your eyes, cooling your heart and taking this coolness, taking the heat out of the upper body and bringing it down into the lower extremities. We're going to do this again. This time, bring the tongue to the roof of your mouth. You do this with the mouth closed. And imagine a cool blue light cooling off your upper body. As you exhale, you release the tongue from the roof of the mouth and take that heat down into the belly and into the legs. Inhale, tongue to the roof of the mouth, lifting that cool blue light over your head, cooling your heart, cooling your throat. And then as you exhale, you release the tongue from the roof of the mouth and get that heat down. Inhale again, tongue to the roof of the mouth, cool blue light reaches over your head, cooling your brain, your mind, your eyes, your mouth, your throat. And then exhale, release the tongue from the roof of the mouth, taking that heat down. Now you should have a lot of moisture in the mouth from doing that. Take that moisture, swallow it. It's really good enzymes. That'll be really good for your digestive system as well. So it's as simple as that, is regulating your thermostat for this heat that's coming upon us for this early summer season. This will also carry over into the summer season as well. Just doing those few things will keep your body, your thermostat regulated. If you'd like some more information, you could subscribe to my channel. I try to get some videos out at least once a week. I had a little break because I was having some cataract surgery with my eyes, so I had to take a break. I have over 130 videos. They're free. You just have to subscribe. And if you need more information about what I offer online, just go to feelgoodqigong.com, and there's a lot of information about what I offer. Thank you so much for joining me today. Stay cool. Namaste.